Next up, we pick up on action from the Astron Energy Polo Cup. Coming to the famous East London Grand Prix circuit, the Dunlop tyres are going to be pushed hard. There is no doubt about it. And the battle will continue between the top two in this championship, Jason Newsmall and Nathan Victor. But there are a couple of guys who have gone really well here in the past, and certainly one of them will be looking to turn his luck around at this circuit will be Ethan Coetzee. He had a big moment in his racing career at Potter's Pass, and he's found some serious pace here this weekend, so watch out for the resurgence there of him. Roshan Goodman has had a fantastic final part of the season, and he's found some good pace here in qualifying, as has the Ninja, Nirav Singh, in the Kyle Army exhaust car. Great to see a couple of new hunters at the front end, and at the back end, the Masters, probably going to be as exciting. And after qualifying, it's actually Kyle Visser who was a big surprise at the front end in the Volkswagen Motorsport Polo, beating out Charles Smallberger, Nathan Victor and Jason Newsmall, the championship contenders, on the second row, and Ethan Coetzee just outgunning Tyler Robinson. Wayne Masters was quickest of the Masters in the top 10, and he beat out his arch rivals Derek Smallberger and John Kruger. Top 6 now in the Super Pole shootout. Tyler Robinson will lead them out. Ethan Coetzee will be right there with her, trying to get a little bit higher up. Two arch rivals in the championship, including that man in Summit Racing's machine, Nathan Victor, looking to get to the front end. Charles Smallberger has got a good lap. He's got a really nice lap out there. And Kyle Visser wants to return the favour and stay at the front end. Can he do it again as the flag comes out? Super Pole has just turned things up ever so slightly, and Victor is the man at the front end. He's got the Super Pole.
I mean, just a roller coaster of emotions, honestly. The past two races we saw myself struggle. I drove someone else's car, figured out there was something up with my car. It was such a big rush, got everything ready, just got ready for the race, and it's probably my first time driving the car like this. So we struggled the whole day, but I knew in pre-3 when I finally hit Potter's Flat, I knew we had it. So yeah, just confident and over the moon. There's just so much that goes into this, like behind the scenes, my dad, my mom, Marco, Rodney, everyone. This is for them.
And getting the Dunlop pole position award is Wayne Masters.
It's a good start, then we'll do well. It's a bad start, we'll have a massive fight in the last dice, I suppose, make it exciting for everybody. But loving it. Track is a bit daunting. It's a pretty simple layout, but very skittish around this track when you're trying to go 200 through Potters. That's our challenge. All of us have that challenge.
Coming up after the break, can Nathan summit the top of the podium? Welcome back to action from Astron Energy Polo Cup, and race 1 is about to start. The rivals are fired up, and look out for some big battles in the Masters category. As I said, there's going to be certainly 2 different battles we'll be trying to concentrate on and give you all the action that we can, as we always do here. And this is going to be something pretty spectacular, because there's a couple of guys who have shown they've got some serious prowess for the circuit. A very famous Grand Prix circuit that's been running now for about 65 years on and off. Great to see the history behind this circuit now being shown the respect it's due with the first start. And look at Jason Newsmall off the line, looking to try and get to the front end. Can he? No, he can't. Oh, what a start there from Victor. Victor goes side by side as they head down there, but then he has to just tuck in behind. So Jason Newsmall looks like he is on a run here big time. He got up to second place after that Super Pole, and Nathan Victor outgunned him only by a couple of thousandths of a second. And he's trying to outgun him now. Look in the background as well, the Masters have got going. But it's Ethan Coetzee who's up to third place, and tucked in behind him, by the looks of it, it's Kyle Visser. And it's the Sabertech car. Somebody running wide. Is that Nirav Singh? Yes, it is. Nirav Singh running wide on the right from the word go. That is certainly not what you want to be doing. Those Dunlops are not going to love you putting them onto the dirty stuff so early on. We're on board here with Ethan Coetzee, heading down to Copacabana, and on the brakes, a little touch there between the top 2. Jason Newsmall trying to find a way through there on the Summit car of Nathan Victor, but Victor keeping him honest for now. We're on board with Lee Thompson Racing and the JRT Experience, Ethan Coetzee. As I said, this is a man who certainly wants to turn his luck around. He had a big moment when he was still part of Team Red Racing coming out of Potters, and he's now in third place on the Team Red Racing man's tail, looking for a way through. Tucked in behind him, Kyle Visser, the man who's on pole position after qualifying and just lost it in the Super Pole. Tyler Robinson continues her top 6 hunt and stays in that top 6 as expected. Right on her tail though is Dr. Hannes Gippers, looking for a way past. This is Wayne Masters going through on the inside of Nirav Singh. Nirav ran wide, as we saw, coming out of Potters, which is why he's dropped into the Masters battle, and he's now tucked in just between the top 2 in the Masters. So you can see Derek Smallberger is going to have to try and find a way through there in the Sabertech car. and get ahead of that Kyle Lamy exhaust machine just ahead of him. The Habot and Team Red racing car there is John Kruger. Then it's Luigi Ferro. That Alpha ESS team have had a fantastic run so far, and Ferro is getting better and better every time he climbs behind the wheel. That is for sure. You can see him fighting here just in the background with the rest of the pack. This is the lead pack of the Masters. It's led out by the top car from Alpha ESS, trying to close down there on Pierluigi Mussolini, who's also had a little bit of a baptism of fire here at this very daunting circuit. We're on board with Masters as he crosses the line to complete lap number 1. So Wayne, let's see if he keeps it all together. That's 5th. Is he going to go to 6? Are we going to watch him go all the way through here? Hopefully we are. Then we can hang tight and tell him whether he did come off. No, he didn't. He held it flat through Potters, and that's an important factor in these cars, is to keep it flat through there. John Kruger trying to close the gap down for 3rd place on the Sabertech car of Derek Smallberger. You can see Pierluigi Mussolini just up the road there. And at the back of this pack, look out for Elio Mussolini as well. Also a welcome return to the Masters category and a serious contender, I'm sure, in the next couple of race meetings. They come down on the brakes, and it is John Kruger trying to close that gap on the Sabertech car of Derek Smallberger. He goes push to pass. Does John use one? No, he decides not to. Back into the mid-pack of the Cup category. And it's Roshan Goodman under a bit of pressure there from Mo Karodia. And Karodia now fighting hard as well with the blue liveried machine there of Jean-Andre Marais. Summit Racing out front. Jason Nussbaum's made a mistake somewhere. He's made a mistake somewhere. He's dropped down into 3rd place, and it looks like Nathan Victor's made a similar mistake coming out of Beacon. Going to give Carl Fisser a run to take over the lead. Is he going to be able to do that? Carl Fisser looking to try and lead this race as they cross the line. Is he going to be there? No! Yes, only just by literally a bumper. Carl Fisser stays ahead, and good move there from Jason Nussbaum. Tucks in behind Fisser, realizing that inside line is probably going to be the better line to be on. Nearly a tag there between himself and Nathan Victor on the exit of Potters, and here comes Ethan. Ethan Gutierrez going to try and pounce as well. Victor sees him coming, shuts the door into rifle. Very close racing here amongst the Polos, as we expected. And waiting to pick up the pieces there in the OMP Sabertech car is Charles Smallberger. So we got a new leader into Copacabana. It's Carl Fisser who leads out now, the 17-year-old, at the front end of the battle between the two championship rivals. Good drive, and Fisser makes a mistake. Fisser makes a big mistake. I think he missed a gear there. Something went wrong in Fisser's car, and it's allowed Loosemore to dive through, and Ethan Katsir goes with him. So Ethan Katsir capitalizing there on a slight mistake there from Carl Fisser, and he's now going to try and get up the inside of Jason Loosemore into the S's. Loosemore slides it into the S's. The back end stepped out there. The Ninja's off as well. Nirav Singh at the back of the pack in that Kyle Lamy exhaust car off at Copacabana. Mo Karodia trying to find a way through now on Skippers. Skippers has lost a little bit of ground there to the battle between himself and what he was in there originally with Roshan Goodman and Tyler Robinson. And up the inside goes Katsir into Beacon. We got chopping and changing at every single corner here at East London Grand Prix Circuit. The kind of action we always expect to see at this track, particularly amongst the Polos. This Astron Energy Polo Cup this season has been spectacular at every track we've been to. Now they come across the line with the Masters side of things, and it's Chris Dale closing in on Ferro. Looks like Mike Barbaglia might have got through there on Luigi Ferro. So a bit of change up there for what is now 4th, 5th and 6th place in the Masters. You can see them coming across the line there. And yes, there is a change up. So as they come down onto the braking point, or just the roll-off point, if you do roll off, or do you keep it flat like you see there from the Habot and Team Red car of John Kruger? He's lost a lot of ground to the leader. And looks like we possibly may have lost sight of Derek Smallberger as well. Coming down on the brakes, it's Masters, leading out the Masters category as we've seen on numerous occasions this season. And we're on the final lap as well, and Jason Nussbaum continues to lead things out, but it's Ethan Katsir who's going to put the pressure on him up at Beacon Corner for the last time. We're on board here with Lee Thompson Racing and the JRT Racing Experience car of Ethan Katsir, trying to find a way through here on Jason Nussbaum. But the Renegade Racing man seems to have held the line there. Look at how he's fighting the wheel here coming out of Beacon. And that might have lost him a little bit of ground, and it's going to be a drag to the line. Loosemore's going to cross the line with the win. Ethan Katsir is going to come through for 2nd place, and right on their tail is Carl Fisser. Good drive there from the youngster. Behind that is Nathan Victor for 4th place, beating out Charles Smallberger for 5th. But in the official results, a penalty given to Jason Nussbaum, dropping him down 1 place behind Ethan Katsir, giving him the victory. Carl Fisser maintains 3rd ahead of Nathan Victor. And in the Masters category, once again, Masters from Smallberger, and John Kruger in 3rd, beating out Mike Barbaglia and Chris Dale.
Ethan had me, and throughout the race was 4 leaders. But yeah, just kept the pressure on. It was a hot race, so I knew brakes and tyres were going to be a factor at the end of the race. So I managed it from there. Almost lost it in the last corner.
In the Masters, once again, Masters at the top.
lost for Paul, obviously, to Derek. And then I had to wait a lap and find a gap, and he got held up by a back marker. And then took an opportunity and snuck up the inside of him. And then it was just trying to just keep the car on the track. And also trying to get the fastest lap for the next position for the next race. But we don't know what happened there, so we'll wait to hear from the results. But a brilliant race.
Looking forward to an even more brilliant race in race 2 now. We've set the scene in race 1. And it's every man and lady for themselves out there to try and win the final race here at the East London Grand Prix circuit for Astron Energy Polo Cup. We're on board with Charles Smallberger in the Sabertech car. He'll be looking to try and use that front row advantage. Ethan Gutierrez is alongside him, as you can see there. Those positions are determined from the fastest lap set in race number 1. So Ethan Gutierrez was quickest, Charles Smallberger was second quickest, and Pierluigi Mussolini's looking quick as he puts the wheel on the dirt, coming across the pit lane there. Nice start there from him, much better start there from him as well. Remember, he's the first time out for him. Not such a good start coming out of Tyler Robinson. She's right at the back of the pack, having not got a really good lap in that first heat. And she's just ahead of Hannah Skippers, who's being hunted down there big time by Nirav Singh. As they come under braking for Kokobana for the first time, Ethan Gutierrez leads out, and look at how close it is there. Jason Nussmore's already made his way up into second place by the looks of it, and going to try and redeem himself after that little incident between himself and Nathan Victor that dropped him down 1 place in race number 1. A couple of guys putting wheels on the dirt. Don't do that, guys. Alpha ESS down in. Is this Luigi leading things out here over his teammate Masters? Oh, it's very close. This is fantastic stuff to see. Two ESS boys going at it, but there's going to be a fight on of note here. Derek Smallberger leading things out in the Masters category, almost on a similar vein to what we saw at the front end earlier on. Not quite now where it is now. Charles dropped back slightly, but Charles certainly was in contention for Potter's Pass. It is Derek leading the pack as they go in, the Masters pack that is, in and out of the complex for the first time. Masters in second, John Kruger in third, Bob Aglia is fourth, Chris Dell up just ahead of Luigi Ferro, the second of the Alpha ESS cars. Look at that. Late gear change there, and a little touch between Charles and Jay, and another touch coming on the exit of Beacon. So a little bit of rubbings racing going on between these two boys, and it's cost Charles slightly there, and allowed Carl Visser to come up alongside him. Visser and Smallberger are literally mirror to mirror as they cross the line. It's exactly what we kind of expect to see. And it is fantastic to see how well everybody's gelled to the circuit now. Just a long steam train. The only man out of line there slightly. And there's a big touch. Ooh, out of shape. Big time there for Carl Visser. Visser goes on. And Nathan Victor runs wide. Victor runs wide, completely missing. Carl Visser spinning right in front of him. I think Victor might have ended up in the wall. No, he hasn't. How did he save that? Nathan Victor on the outside of Potter's Pass. How he saved that, only he knows. The last time I saw somebody go off there, it was literally throw the car in the bin and I'll see you in the hospital. But Nathan Victor managed to hang on to it, and he brings the car back on track right at the back of this very, very hotly contested pack of Astron Energy Polo Cups. Have a look at this. This is Charles Smallberger's point of view. Heading down into Potters. He's got the inside line. He's got Fisser on his outside. Fisser comes across. They tag. Fisser goes sideways. Charles Smallberger goes inside line. Wow, brilliant stuff from Charles as well to hang on to that one. How he kept that all together, only he knows too. This is the remnants now. Where do you go? I don't know how Wayne Masters even saw where to go through that. There was so much dust and debris in the way there, but he managed to just squeeze through. And there you can see Nathan Victor coming back on track just behind the Masters pack. And Masters has got his own fight on at the moment as they head down towards Kokobana. Is that Victor trying to come back at him, under braking for Kokobana corner? Masters has got the inside line. Victor will have to just tuck in behind him. So that's Jean-Andre Marais. That's Tyler Robinson, the two Team Red racing machines coming through the complex. That is Roshan Goodman. So formation flying there for Team Red. Oh, and Nirav Singh's getting up close and personal there with Mo Karodia. Karodia and Singh coming together. And there goes bumpers and bits and pieces of cars picked up by Wayne Masters coming out of the complex. And it's just non-stop action here in this pack. And the mid-pack now starting to heat up. Nirav is not normally there. So to have the Ninja up there is certainly a much better outing there for the Kyle Army exhaust man. He has got OMP and Fast 5 Motorsport right on his tail. The Lee Thompson Racing team have had an epic day here today. And a little tag from Skippers from behind as well. Catches Karodia out. He comes back at him, re-tags him. This is absolutely brilliant stuff. Wayne Masters is going to try and stay out of harm's way here. Can he? He's going to follow Pierluigi Mussolini in the FSS machine just ahead of him. It's going to give him good drive down towards Potters. Has he got enough to get through there? Yes, he has. And he tucks in right behind Mussolini. This is going to mean Mussolini will have to go through Potters flat. That's probably the first time he's done it flat. And that's why the back end stepped out ever so slightly. So Pierluigi Mussolini trying to close down on his fellow OMP driver at the front end of this pack. And it's Corrodia who's opened up a little bit of a margin after that little bit of tag between 4 cars coming out of Beacon. Now they head down towards Cochabana. They're going to spread out. You can see the front end of Masters' car still got bits and pieces of that scrap. And there, eventually it gets away. The piece of car that came from the undercarriage, I think, of Mo Corrodia was literally a hood ornament on the front end of Masters' car all the way down the straightaway. That'll just heat the engine up ever so slightly. Got to be careful of that. This is the Team Red formation flying, as I said. Tyler ahead of Gendre. Gendre ahead of Roshan. Those three having a bit of fun and games in that mid-pack of cars as well. It's about 7th, 8th and 9th place on track. Basically means all of the Team Red cars are into that top 8. Ethan Garcia, though, has been the car to beat yet today. He got gifted one in the first one. He's done it all by himself in the second one. And this is the turnaround that Ethan Garcia has been wanting. After that massive crash he had at Potters only a couple of seasons ago, he's come back with double victories here at the East London Grand Prix circuit in Astron Energy Polo Cup. Looks like it might be a double on the cards here for Masters as well. Yes, the Alpha ESS, and oh, what a run here from him. He's just got Corrodia behind him and Skippers. He's managed to keep out a couple of those cup contenders. Fissa returns at the back end of Corrodia down in 9th place overall, but it's Masters for the win in the Masters category yet again. Let's get those official results now as they pop up. It is a fantastic double win for Ethan Garcia, Loosemore in 2nd and Smallberger in 3rd. Wayne Masters finished in 7th place overall and took the Masters victory ahead of Derek Smallberger, John Kruger, Ferro and Chris Dale. Let's catch up now with double race winner in the Astron Energy Polo Cup, Ethan Garcia.
It was quite an emotional win for my dad. You know, I think he started to cry a little bit. I don't think the winners honestly hit me yet, but leading from start to finish is exactly what you want on a national weekend. So I don't think it could have gone any better, and it really feels good to win after breaking my back. You know, it feels like I've jumped a hurdle and now I can continue on with my racing career and nothing's holding me back.
And a double win for Wayne Masters.
We had not a great start, but fell into 2nd behind Derek. I knew I was going to get him a lap later, which we did with a lot of the youngsters coming off and all over the track, and there was 3 of us through rifle. Managed to stick it in the inside, got past Derek, and then kept going and then caught the other youngsters who were knocking the hell out of each other. And I was a bit worried. I thought, should I stay out of this? But you know, being a racer, you need to get past them. So I just worked my way through a lot of them.
Let's have a look at the South African National Championship as we go into the penultimate round. Jason Loosemore with a small advantage over Nathan Victor, but we're going to his home circuit. Ethan Garcia, the big step up into 3rd ahead of Mo Corrodia. In the Masters, Wayne hangs on at the moment ahead of Derek Smallberger. Nice gap there for him, but John Kruger and Mike Bobaglia could still be in the running. All the action provided by the East London Grand Prix circuit at the Extreme Festival of National Motorsport, Round 5. Be sure to join us for the penultimate round of the Extreme Festival in the Mother City at Kalani International Raceway on the 21st of September. All this Extreme Festival action is proudly brought to you by Astron Energy, Volkswagen Motorsport, Dunlop Tires, and InvestChem Chemical Logistics.